Greetings and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Wednesday, the 11th of January, and I'm Curtis Morton. Just want to give a special shout out to Curtis Morton Jr., who is celebrating his birthday today. Hope he had a really wonderful one. And in our headlines, Nevis Cricket Association trial squad released, and in our feature for this evening, football to be taken back to the communities. We'll take this break and I'll be right back.
Consuming excess salt can lead to heart attack, high blood pressure, and even stroke, and other health-related conditions such as kidney disease.
Well, I'm back and we start with cricket. The Nevis Cricket Association selectors have picked the following squad of players to prepare for the upcoming Leeward Islands 3-day tournament to be hosted by St. Kitts and Nevis from February the 18th to March the 4th. The players are Kyron Powell, captain, Colin Archibald, vice-captain, Ross Powell, Jamie Cornelius, Syed Williams, Kian Pemberton, Jaden Carmichael, Onaje Amri, Akadiento Willett, Anderson Armadan, Kimani Nisbet, Tijari Clark, Theron Busu, Adrian Williams, Tyrese Jeffers, Light Brown, Peter Charles, Tiger Brown, Duan Webb, Terran Webb, Marcus Dubry, Tyrese Jeffers, Akeem Harvey, Andre Brown, Nelson Boland, Ryan Solomon, Adelvin Phillip, Jevon Manners, Patrice Nisbet, Amari Jones, Butch Narayan Sharma, Malik Semple, Delroy Cornelius, Tyrell Mills, Trishawn Francis, and Carlton Pluck. All clubs are requested to inform their players of their selection. Training will commence on January the 17th at the E.T. Willett Park at 5 p.m. Trial matches will take place on January 21st and 22nd, 28th and 29th, and February 4th and 5th. Matches will begin at 10 a.m. on both days. Players are expected to be at the venue at 9 a.m. on both match days. Meanwhile, in related news, according to a previous release from the Nevis Cricket Association, the final round of matches in the ongoing T10 tournament, sponsored by National Bank, will be held this coming weekend. On Saturday, the 14th January, Eastern takes on Masters at 1 p.m. at Viogen, the umpires David and Wallace. Highlights 2 then take on New Vision at 3 p.m. at Viogen, the umpires Johnson and Weeks. And then on Sunday, the 15th January, Youths of Nevis takes on SDA Jets at 11 a.m. at Viogen. All Stars takes on Brownhill at 1 p.m. at Viogen. And the umpires there would be Munzak and Parry. And then Pioneers takes on Highlights at 3 p.m. The umpires Powell and Somersault. Now to football. Connery Fireballs had an eventful season in 2022, from struggling during the regular season to qualify for the Final Four playoffs last year. Andre Huey reviews their 2022 football adventure.
Connery Fireballs over the 2022 football year ended the SKNFA Division 1 regular season in 4th place and qualified for the playoffs. The team suffered from mixed results emanating from a combination of challenges, including the availability of players to have a consistent starting 11.
Most of our defenders then they're out and who's not injured. So it's like we're playing with a defensive with like 45%. Basically say in each of our last couple of games, and yeah, it's really critical. So.
Despite the challenges, Fireballs picked up some good results towards the end of the regular season, earning them a spot in the playoffs. In the Division 1 Final Four playoffs, Fireballs suffered losses and was unable to progress to the finals. Still, they can look back at a season while challenging earned them a playoff run and may provide some optimism going into the new season.
We got to break, and when I come back, we'll have our feature for this evening.
Welcome to Nevis.
It's easy to believe that all Caribbean islands are the same until you visit Nevis.
Nevis is the Caribbean of a bygone era.
You will enjoy a most intimate vacation on Nevis. You're only a stranger here once.
We offer exclusive than barefoot luxury stays.
With only 400 hotel rooms, our island may be exclusive.
But a warm, genuine and friendly welcome is just everywhere.
We look forward to meeting you.
Visit nevisisland.com.
Well, I'm back, and tonight football takes the spotlight. Adopting a home and away format for the SKNFA domestic competitions is part of the plans by the St. Kitts Nevis Football Association to raise the standard of football in St. Kitts and Nevis. In this report, we hear from the SKNFA President Atiba Harris as he speaks on this interesting development.
The SKNFA will in the new year take domestic football back to the communities. In a recent interview on Island Team Morning Show, President of the SKNFA, Atiba Harris, disclosed the plans are in place to have domestic club football competition hosted in the home and away format in the various communities. This, he said, will help empower the clubs and the communities where they are from.
The other things we plan to introduce is the home and away concept. We're aiming for next season. We've already spoken to the clubs are excited, people in St. Kitts and Nevis are excited, and I think it's going to touch every corner, even outside of football, because the small businesses around the various communities, etc. And I think I would openly here challenge the representative for each area. Some of the representatives might have up to 3 clubs in their constituencies. So I'm encouraging. The government have been very welcoming and open to us, and we looking forward to continue a fruitful partnership.
Mr. Harris also disclosed that the club licensing regulations will be enforced in the coming year.
We want to develop the clubs into proper clubs and not just teams with one or two individual organizing the whole setup. We have the club licensing regulations that's going to be enforced in the upcoming season and beyond, so that way we can have proper organized club. The structure here is what has been defeating us over the years, and we want to have, just like how we have the SKNFA, we want to ensure that the clubs are even stronger, so that way they can go out and represent the various communities, because as you're aware, we have 26 members that makes up the SKNFA, and they touch every corner of St. Kitts and Nevis. So football have the influence and have a social impact, a social effect.
What has been the custom in recent years is for all the Premier League and SKNFA Division 1 matches to be played at the Warner Park or the Kim Collins Stadium. But according to Mr. Harris, this renewed approach will help football grow in the communities across St. Kitts and Nevis.
Well, that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.